Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a full moon in Cancer reading for you, occurring on the 3rd of January. This is an effective wolf moon that is announcing the energy of our new moon, of our new year, particularly for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere. So I am aware that the Southern Hemisphere mirrors us or reverses our physical experience of time, and am meditating and adjusting the information I deliver in a way that will be hopefully helpful to those of you in the global South. Very aware that the Northern Hemisphere dictates the terms of time, our socially accepted construction of time in a way that does not always reflect the experience of the South. I also want to say that the way I use astrology is really based on a vast simplification of the movement of the sun that tries to incorporate other elements of your individual sign. So these readings are based on Aries essentially as your rising sign. However, as many readers often advise, I similarly believe that if you consult your sun, moon, and rising consistently, you will be finding messages in there. Some will resonate more than others. There's a lot about astrology that is unique. I also am looking at 0 degrees on the cusp of planets. So Aries would be all of the planets of Aries, although in a real chart, the cusp planets or a sign often begins in the middle or even at the end of a house. And I use these as house demarcations. So fields of activity really are not as simple as I have a Sag rising, for example. All Sagittarian planets would fall within that house. That is not the case, even though I'm on very early degrees of Sag. So this is general. It's very flexible and malleable, I hope. And I try to take all of that into consideration when I do what I consider readings that integrate astrology and what's happening in the sky with the tarot. Having said all that, I thank you for being here. And for your overall energy, I've pulled the 2 of Swords, which is right away talking about, for you, the area of your life that is your home, your domestic environment, your family, even your history or your roots. 2 of Swords indicates that you're contemplating or making a decision about the value you're getting for something you've begun. You're still moving back and forth between something that is uniquely expressive of your truth, your beliefs, what you believe is just right and fair, and something that you have departed from, an old lifestyle, perhaps a family system of beliefs or a group or social system of beliefs that you have also ascribed to or experienced in your life. And there's a lot of looking at the value of each and what you're going to gain from moving in this new direction. If it's giving you the opportunity, if it's the tool that you need to truthfully express your desires, to stand on your gifts, your talents, and your interest in sharing information with others, being in an exchange, presenting information to others, being in conversation. Underneath the deck, the Knight of Cups. This really is helping me see the context for this decision. This is around the development of a creative expression for you, the development of your imagination, the ability to reach for and explore, discover new aspects of your truth, your talent, your gifts. So you are intent on articulating your care for others, your concern, your desire to heal or make better. This can have something naturally to do with health and healing, but also about love that is shared in community. In the 10th house, this is the house of your social identity, the way others see you. The Five of Pentacles is emphasizing how you're actively changing your sense of available resources. You're not allowing yourself to be defined by others. You are looking at how your experiences now put you in the path of new resources, new understanding, new support that you did not believe could be available to you. You were conditioned or trained to believe that your lane existed in a particular place or location socially. Perhaps you were believed or intended to marry and have a family in a way that you may have questioned, have countered that expectation, or are considering its impact in a way that you perhaps are finding to be more liberating and empowering than defining or confining, restricting you to some traditional path. In the first house, the Eight of Swords. Yeah, you're in your head. You are anxious about this new path that you are making, needing to make decisions about on a consistent basis. There is a lot of information and experience you have in a particular area that you are moving forward in, and you are in some ways exhausting yourself through your desire to cover all the bases or move through a lot of information that is already existing. And in this way, you are finding your greatest solace in your own intuition, in the ability to sort of sit in your own place of powerful perception, the ability to reflect on your life in a larger sense so that you are recognizing the power of simply sitting in what you already know. This choice that you are making was made a long time ago, long before you actually activated the steps, the tools, the clarity, the plan that you are moving through. And this is indicating that the noise around you is easily quelled by your ability to simply sit in what you know to be true, what you feel to be true. In the fourth house, the Chariot, and this is where the full moon is resonating most powerfully for you. It's interesting because this is a wolf moon, and the wolf really talks about in the northern hemisphere, the howling of the wolf in the winter landscape, when there is no sound, when there is no life, when the world, the earth may be covered with a blanket of snow, which can symbolize the healing process, the going within that is required to refortify yourself, refresh yourself, prepare yourself for moving forward. And in an interesting way, the Chariot, which does indicate a kind of movement, is really about that focus that you're experiencing right now, that focusing in on your own experience, your own emotional core, your own gift. And feeling into that is empowering your ability to move forward in a powerful, focused way that acknowledges the needs of others, but prioritizes your needs first. So for the seventh house, the significant others, this is the Page of Pentacles. This is where you are opening up yourself to this energy of building, working, moving through your plan and envisioning your goal, particularly through your partnerships, which I imagine for many of you are part of the actual choices you're making, the movement you're creating. You're doing this in partnership where you are equally responsible for creating and steering towards the vision. You are aware that you're in a field or an arena that either requires you to update your skills or to learn new ones. And here you are proving yourself to be open to that, to getting the help and the assistance that you require, which allows you to reinforce your vision as you share those with those who you have pulled in or collaborating with to support some aspect of this expression, this project that you're working on. If you're resonating with this reading at this point, please like this video, share this with others if you feel inclined to do so, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I thank you all for your support of me. And let's clarify, starting with the first house here, the Eight of Swords is clarified by the Two of Wands. I'm going to pull two cards today. The Death card. So the Death card is indicating that you are releasing this idea of being worried or concerned or challenged by the expectations of others. This is a long healing process you've been going through, particularly as there is so much focus and light pouring into your domestic environment, your past, your family history. So you have been working for a long time to release these expectations, these ideas or beliefs that don't resonate with this empowerment that you experience through your intuition. However, you are also consumed with how you're taking the gifts of that past. And this indicates your own maturity, your growth, and translating that into the opportunities for the future. The Chariot card in the fourth house is clarified by the Nine of Swords and the High Priestess. Yeah, there is a lot of suffering that you have endured through your need and attention, your caregiving to others who did or did not always reciprocate that love back to you. You recognize that whatever social position you hold or familial role you've held, you have felt it your responsibility to take care of others or the other. And that is something that causes, in the past has caused you some serious suffering. But I think in the present moment, it can cause conflicts because of your powerful intuition and knowledge about the experience of others or guidance that you are capable of offering. It still abuts you against the heads of other independent souls, quite likely friends, associates, comrades of one sort or another who resist your guidance, shall we say. And so part of the value of this is that it allows you through the projects that you're undertaking now to find a vehicle for that guidance, that information, that support that is not often well received in your home and allows you to focus in on this powerful gift you have and channel it in a way that doesn't continue to engender anger or hostility from others or feel critical or judgmental of them. In the seventh house, the Page of Pentacles is clarified by the Tower and the King of Wands. So this is powerful, beautiful energy that you are kind of open to things turning out in a completely different way than what you had imagined. You recognize that all the planning in the world cannot prepare you for the way things occur, the disruptions, the social disruptions or chaos that we experience that disseminates some customary resources we're used to and actually creates unexpected openings in arenas we didn't know that we could perform in or we could move through, we could make progress in. So this is really appealing to your sense of uh, uh, is the word I'm looking for, of synchronicity between what you're experiencing within you, this awareness, this powerful intuition you have that is a gift of communication, and the confidence you feel in your creative abilities, the confidence you have in showing the way to others, not telling them what to do, but leading the way, pointing them in a clear direction. And this makes you open to a kind of a new way of working. And this new way of working has been increasingly, this is not a brand new change. It's one that's showing up more frequently as you have detached yourself from old stories. So you're confident in the information, the gift, your imagination moving forward. And that allows you to direct others in that way rather than instruct them. And that's part of the rub and challenge in relationships of the past. This is also leading you into a place that you can't imagine, but you can only do. You can only move through with this confidence in yourself, this confidence in your skill, in your creative abilities. In the 10th house, the Five of Pentacles is clarified by the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. This is lovely. So you are absolutely committed to doing the work that is required by this new truth, this new lifestyle, this new ability to perceive at a more cohesive and comprehensive level than before. You are applying your truth in a way that leads to a new version of yourself, which is the most powerful impact of this truth you're experiencing. But it also opens up the possibilities and pathways towards increased discipline, increased focus on consistency, perseverance, doing the work, doing the research, being in alignment with a team, for example, helping others as one who understands the vision and instructs others as to how they can best support that. So this feels like it's talking about the team that you are gathering around you or that you have gathered around you and moving towards this new expression, this new way of sharing information that challenges assumptions. And this is based on your own experience of pursuing the truth and what that means for fair treatment, just treatment, the right thing to do, and opens you up to new ideas and new ways that you have not experienced or understood in the past. There is this openness, this realization that you are welcoming in the experiences of others, particularly those that you have felt a sense of care towards. I'm going to finish this reading with an oracle card and hope this has been helpful. And what has flipped over, I'm going to take the top card, is service. I feel good when I can help others. And this is really a beautiful alignment with not only the truth that you are articulating, you're choosing, but the sense that what is good for you is good for others, and you want to share that. And this is where truly impactful service comes from. that there is enough for everyone, and that the others simply need the information to do with as they will, but that they're not in the dark, and they can benefit from your experience. Thank you so much, Aries, for this beautiful reading. Please, I thank you for your likes and your subscribes. Until next time, namaste.